welcome to my channel. Alright, so to get started, we're going to need some things. First thing we're going to need are some rocks. And when I went rock collecting, I made it a family event. We called it a rock walk. And we collected so many rocks on these rock walks when we were spending our summer in Montana last year. It was awesome. Unfortunately, this year we're not going to be spending our summer in Montana. We'll be home. But I collected enough rocks from last year to make it through the year. So these are all my rocks. You'll just, technically for this project you need one. So you should be okay. You're also going to need a wide variety of wire. So wire's not that expensive. You can get it at craft stores, you can get it at hardware stores. If you're getting rid of some old appliance or something, a lot of the times there's actually, wire within the wiring of the appliance. So you can get a lot of copper wire and things like that just out of electronics that that don't work anymore. Why throw the wire away? Might as well keep it. And I'm not saying take copper wire from people and steal it and go sell it at the recycle place or whatever. I'm just saying that in the spirit of being thrifty, you can get free wire from your appliances that stopped working. That's all I'm saying. Don't be one of those people that steals wire from the power company. Okay, not cool. Another thing that I use is a jig. It's a wire jig, and basically these little, there's several little push pins that you can push into these holes, and then you can make a design with your wire before you place it on your rock. Or once we get into some jewelry, you can make a design for the jewelry. For example, this one right here, I actually used the wire jig for, so you can kind of see the design that it made. Alright, so getting started, the first thing that I do to get started is I pick what rock I want to use. Because after I pick what rock I want to use, I then decide which wire I want to use that will go with the rock. While I'm at it, I decide whether I'm going to make a charm, So this charm has, you know, just, there's the front or back, whatever. It just has the one loop right here to hang on a necklace. Or maybe I want to make something along these lines where it has loops on each side. Then you just put a jump ring, one of those little O-rings, you know, in between them, and you can make a necklace or a bracelet. Or, you know, I might decide that I want to make a ring. So if I decide that I want to make a ring, then I need to plan for that as well. So your first step in your first step in rock wrapping. Okay, just kidding. First step is to find a rock. Probably figure out how to talk right, since this is how I'm like making this YouTube video and can't seem to speak right. So find a rock, figure out what wire you want to use, figure out what you're going to do with the rock when you're done with it. Are you going to make a ring? Are you going to make a charm? Are you going to make it to where you can connect everything together to make a bracelet? So let me see what rock I want to use. And there are several wire wrapping techniques for rocks. This is just one that I'm going to show you, but there are just a ton more. So just a reminder, be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos on wrapping rocks or other creations. I do a lot of DIY. I do home decor, jewelry. This is my basement, actually. This is a room down in my basement. And when I first bought the house, it wasn't finished. So like this, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I put the studs in and used the gun thing that shoots into the concrete. That's right. I used a plumb bob, one of those dangly things on a string, to make sure that everything was straight. I put the drywall on, I put the mud and the tape on, I sanded it. I still have drywall sand in my house. I swear that stuff is crazy. And then I painted it. So anyway, I'm just saying, if I can do it, so can you. All right? So we're going to pick a rock. Let's see here. I think we're just going to do a little one. And my favorite color is green. Most shades of green are just absolutely wonderful. So we're going to use just this little green rock, and we are going to, we're just going to wrap it as if it's going to be a charm. So we're going to make a little charm out of this rock. And now I want to figure out what color of wire do I want to use for my rock. So my wire almost matches my hair. So this is copper wire. I really like the look of copper wire with green. Just copper and green, in my opinion, look so good together. And it's probably because when copper gets old and it patinas, it has a green tone to it. So I feel like the copper with the green is just an excellent combination, and it's just very earthy and natural. So I'm going to pull some of my wire out here. So I have the copper wire, have the rock, and then you're going to need some wire wrapping tools. These are like needle nose pliers, but they have a complete round tip. So you might notice the round tip. They're very handy for making little curlies. I also have another pair, and it's just a little bit smaller of a round tip. It also grips a little bit better. You want to have some clippers to clip your wire with. I like to have something flat in case I need to squish something together. And I have a myriad of various wire tools in here. So whatever you feel is going to be the best for you is what you want to have in your wire kit. I also, like I said, I have my wire jig in my wire kit. So that's what I got. On to the wrapping. I'm going to use my small pliers. And the first thing I'm going to do, just to kind of finish off this raw end, I'm going to make a little curl in it just so it connects to itself. So just bend it kind of with my nails a little bit to make sure that it's totally connected. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. And now the next thing I'm going to do is start to kind of curl the wire around itself. So let me give my camera a second to focus. Then you want to take, and you just kind of want to turn it, and you know, think of the size of the rock that you're using. So we have the rock, we have the turn. Okay. Okay, so you can see that the rock is right there. I'm just going to take and wrap the wire around the rock, and I know you can't see very well what I'm doing. See, I'm just taking and wrapping the wire around the rock. Okay, and I'm wrapping it around the perimeter of the rock. So on one side, on this side right here, I'm going to make sure that some of the rock is showing through the wire, and then I'm going to make sure on the other side, right here, is wrapping around the other side. So this is kind of what it looks like when you've done your wrapping. You've got it wrapped on one side, and then you've got it wrapped to where it's holding on the other side as well. So the next step is going to be to make your loop. So you're going to take your string, or your string. My daughter's distracting me. She doesn't need anything, but you know how kids are when you get on the phone. They want to be on the phone too, or you know, they could be doing nothing all day, and as soon as you're on the phone, they want your attention. So she'll be okay. So we're going to take this loop right here. Just a second. Hang on, people. Okay, so as you can see here, I have it wrapped around one side. It's wrapped around the other side. And now what I'm going to do is make my loop for it to hang with. So all I did was take and twist the wire. Alright, so as you can see, I have the loop, and then I have both sides wrapped. The very last step is just to cut off the remainder of my wire, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a loop at the end of it, just like I did at the beginning of the wire, and just kind of push it into the rock design. Okay, so we're just going to take and using my pliers here, trying to get my camera to focus on my rock instead of on me. I mean, usually I'm like, yeah, it's all about me, but this time I kind of want it to be all about the rock. So, all right, here we go. We're going to cut it. There it goes. And then we're going to take the round needle nose pliers, take this little part right here, and twist it up so it's not sticking out. Okay, so I'm just going to take these right here. I'm going to go twist, twist, twist. And after I twist it, I'm just going to push that little piece into place. And into place is really just wherever it goes. So, you know, just kind of, I like to just kind of take them and squish them, squash it down. And there you have it. You have your wrapped rock. Now, one of the things that I like to do is put a coat of gloss over the whole thing. And I just use clear nail polish. I get the cheapest stuff that you can get, 99 cents or whatever. And I just coat it with the clear nail polish. It shines up the metal a lot. And it also makes the rock look shiny, because the rocks that I'm working with are not polished rocks. They haven't been through a tumbler. They're literally just raw rocks that God made, and they got broke up by something and turned into gravel. So I take and I put a little bit of clear polish on my rock. You can do whatever you want, but basically that's it. You have your wrapped rock. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to give it one more twist just to kind tighten up all the wire. Giving it one more twist really really tightens it up. And I have the hiccups, so I'm sorry I keep pausing. I should just make a whole bloopers video. Okay, and then what I'm doing is I'm just kind of messing with the wire here to see what kind of pattern I want. There we have it. I've got my rock wrapped. And so now, because I like shiny things, in fact, I almost got into an accident because of shiny things. I was at the espresso place getting my espresso before work, and I was getting ready to pull out onto the street, and I saw this really super shiny red Coca-Cola truck, and I was like, oh my gosh, that truck is so shiny, and I almost pulled out without looking. I don't know. I'm not naturally blonde, but I can pretend. Alright, so I'm going to put my gloss on here, and like I said, this is just regular clear nail polish, the cheapest that I could find. This one happens to be LA Colors. LA Colors, I'm not saying that your product is cheap, I'm just saying that it's inexpensive, and I appreciate it.
Puppy, can you give me?
I'm just going to keep painting this here.
Mommy?
Alright, there we go. And there is the back. Now, one of the best ways that I have found to hang the beads that I create, or the charms that I create rock charms, rock beads. Later on, I'll show you guys how to make beads out of paper, out of clay, out of fabric, out of a beer bottle cap or soda bottle cap. I really love beads. But basically, you're going to take paper clips, take them, bend them down so they're separated, right? So you have the hook on top, so you can hang your item with, and then you have the hook on the bottom to actually put it through. So all you're going to do, once you're done with your rock charm, is go ahead and hang it on a paper clip. I can see right here there's a little piece of gloss that looks like it's going to drop. I might have got a little crazy with the gloss. Okay, there we go. So, gonna put it on this, and then I'm just gonna find a place to hang it, which, the folding, wooden, what are they called? Man, brain fart today, people. It's kind of early, but still, I'm like so excited to show this to you. I cannot remember what I was going to say. The folding wooden clothes dryers that, you know, the older folks used to use to dry their unmentionables, they work fantastic. I've hung this from everything imaginable. I've hung it from like a lighting situation. I've hung it from my tripod. I've created a wire going from one end to the other and hang it. So however you want to hang it's cool. Just find yourself something to hang your rock on while it dries. It'll be dry when the nail polish is dry. If you choose to polish it. If you don't choose to polish it, then you're good to go. But usually one coat does it. I also find if you're going to do the nail polish technique, using nail polish that has just a little bit of glitter in it, not multicolored glitter, but something like silver or gold or some metallic color of glitter, just makes the rock look really awesome. And the glitter needs to be small. In the nail polish, it can't be like big pieces of glitter, it needs to be small. But when it's small pieces of glitter, it makes the rock just look all shiny and neat. So that's my other suggestion for you. As always, if you have any questions about the project or you have any comments, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much for joining me today in my rock wrapping session. Later on, I will show you guys what I make out of this nifty little rock. That's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. Hit that little bell if you'd like to be reminded about the future videos. And if you liked my video, hey, give me a thumbs up. Then I know if you liked it. And if you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. I want to know what you guys like. And as always, this is interactive. So send me an email, send me a comment, send me a picture of maybe your wrapped rock creation. There is a bug. It's a little tiny bug that's flying all over the place. Anyway, send me a picture of your creation. I want to see what you make. And, you know, maybe you're into wrapping rocks also, and you have some fantastic ideas that, you know, you'd like to share. So, you know, send them to me. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and please make sure that your day is 100% positive.